everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing this look, a natural everyday look that you can wear with using only drugstore products. So I'm excited to share this with you guys, and if you want to see, just keep on watching. Alright, till next time.
Alright guys, so the first step of this look is to prime your face, and I'm going to be using the Revlon PhotoReady SkinLights Face Illuminator. And I like to use this as a primer so it can add like a natural glow to my face. Once I've added the primer, it's time to add my foundation, and I like to use the Maybelline's Pure BB Cream in light medium sheer, and I make sure to dot that all over my face. Then I take my foundation brush from Morphe and I just buff that in all over evenly. Once I'm done buffing in my foundation, I like to go back with my damp beauty blender, and I like to just dab all over so I could get that natural look. The next step is to add my concealer, and I'm going to be using Maybelline's Age Rewind in light pale, and I like to apply that underneath my eyes, my eyelids, my forehead, the bridge of my nose, and my chin. Then I get my damp beauty blender, and I just begin to blend everything in. Once everything is nice and blended, I like to set all the areas I had added my concealer with my e.l.f. High Definition Powder in sheer, just to make sure that everything stays where it's supposed to and it doesn't crease. Then I like to take my Physicians Formula Bronze Booster in light to medium, and I just like to add that to my face to give it a natural bronzy look instead of looking like pale white. It adds some color to it. And the areas I like to add this bronzer to is the hollows of my cheeks, my temples, and my jawline. I also like to add it to the sides of my nose to not really contour, but kind of. And I also like to add it to the creases of my eyes to add some dimension to my eyes, since I'm not going to be using any eyeshadow. Then I like to take my e.l.f. blush, and I like to add that to the apples of my cheeks. Then I like to kind of drag it out so it just doesn't stay in one area, it's like blended out. Here I'm adding my highlighter from e.l.f. Unfortunately I had dropped it so it cracked, but I mean it's still good, so I'm going to use it. And I add that to wherever I like to highlight. Going back in with the bronzer I used earlier all over my face, and I add that to the bottom lash line of my eyes because I felt like my eyes still looked a little pale. So now I'm taking some brown eyeshadow from my Eyebrow Kit from e.l.f. and I'm adding that to the lash line of my eye, and I like to do this because it adds like a natural eyeliner look and it's not so intense, so it still looks very natural. Next I go in with my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk, and I add that to my waterline, and I like to use this because it helps my eyes look a lot bigger. So now I'm getting ready to add mascara, and I like to curl my eyelashes before I do that, and I'm going to be using my Maybelline's the Falsies Push Up Drama Mascara. So here I'm just adding my mascara to my lashes, and I also like to add them to my bottom lashes. For my lips, I'm going to be using my NYX lip pencil in Natural, and I just go ahead and line my lips. Now I like to add in my NYX Butter Lip Balm to add some moisture to my lips as well as some color. You can use lip gloss if you'd like. So now that I'm done with my makeup, I like to go in with my e.l.f. setting spray, and I just like to spray that all over, really get into it. So this is the final look for my tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Alright, till next time.